Welcome back to Riverside Royals Dynasty here on NCAA 14 College Football Revamped. And today, coming off a big win over UNLV, 31-28 was your final. Today we're going to face a similarly skilled team in San Jose State. Now, they don't want Dangus's homecoming to be an enjoyable one, but let me tell you, it's going to be a great homecoming for Dangus. And, you know, he's gonna score. Let's just put it that way. And in terms of recruiting, if you stayed to the end of the last episode, which I would highly recommend you do, why would you not? You would have noticed that we saw our first recruit and commitment of this class, Mitchell Powell, which was great. Committed to Riverside, and he's a good player, 6'4", about 230 pounds, number 41 ranked defensive end in this class. Now, is not the fastest, but defensive ends typically in this game, with the recruiting mod especially, are not. So 64 speed is fine if they're going to just only be a defensive end. This is not somebody you drop back into coverage at outside linebacker at all. But the rush moves are pretty good. 79 power moves, 83 finesse moves, 90 acceleration stands out. So he's going to get up to top speed, although it's not fast, but fairly quickly. And we're still, of course, trying to go after a number of these players. And even though we're behind on some right now, like Ryan White, we're not out of it, right? We're the only team that's offered a scholarship on some of these players, meaning it should be easier for us to win some of these recruitments. Just putting points on them, offering scholarships. And you can see the teams that are going after Patrick Drengo from Mountain Park, Georgia, for example, is a junior college player, so less valuable. You only get him for a couple of years because they're already coming in as a junior, as opposed to being a freshman. However, they're usually better, but you only have 2 years of development. Georgia Tech, Georgia State, Georgia Southern are all somewhat recruiting him, as well as Miami and Florida State. And we should have a good chance of landing him. I do like Jorquarius Huff quite a bit. Seems like a really well-rounded player. Speed isn't amazing, and he is being recruited by some really big schools. A lot of blue bloods in here, but they have not offered a scholarship on him. He could potentially want to be a Riverside Royal, number 28 ranked middle linebacker. Again, we're just going after some of these players that kind of flew under the radar a little bit. And the best one, in fact, might be Evan Caponegro from Dover, Delaware, on an Army base, or I'll say military base. It could be Air Force. I'm not really sure. And yeah, only team to offer a scholarship, getting back in the race. And there are a number of players like this. So we'll see how today goes and adjust accordingly. But right now, we've put our class in a better spot than it was even 2 weeks ago. So we're still working on it, still tweaking things, and every win is going to help us. San Jose State hosts the Riverside Royals coming up next. Rivalry game, should be a good one. I've migrated to the top left for your viewing pleasure, and you can see we're very evenly ranked against San Jose State. Both have not turned over the football in this season. About the same points per game. We have a bit of an advantage there, but pretty much identical yards per game numbers, both passing and running. So this is pretty much as even as it gets. 276 overall teams. Depending on, like, who gets the edge in this game, I'm going to say it's going to depend on those star players, because they're pretty even. It's going to be on the big-time players to rise to the occasion and make big-time plays that could be the difference for their team. Obviously, we want the Riverside Royals to get it done. We lost our quarterback, Garrett Geary, to a concussion at the end of last game. He should be good to go today. We know what Belcher can do at running back. The freshman is already becoming a superstar-type player for us. I know he came in at an 80-plus overall. Those type of things are expected, but it's nice when it actually happens. He had a big game last week, and we're going to try to continue that. I want to get some of my freshman receivers more involved. They're really good players. Getting them the football more often is only going to result in good things for us. It's just that for the first 14 passes of Garrett Geary's career, he was exceptional. Didn't miss one. The next several, not so great, and wasn't particularly accurate last week either. So we're looking for him to play a bit better. He got a concussion, maybe lock something loose in him, and he's going to be able to throw the ball more accurately now. But this San Jose State Front seven could be a problem. Ryan Randall with the TFL on Belcher. I mean, he came in like a heat-seeking missile. Not a great start for the offense, that's for sure. 2nd and 12. Let's get a little check down. Belcher's there. We only get 3. It's tough seeing open receivers down the field and being too afraid to throw the ball because our quarterback is not accurate enough to this point. Now, doesn't exactly make a check down a safe type throw either. And I'm seeing some of these receivers, right? I'm seeing them. Like, I saw Lingard on this play. Like, can we actually get him the football with the pressure? And ultimately, I didn't really think we had the time. I did not see this. I was looking at the right side of the field, but Stephen Jones ended up working open. But again, not really the time to make that happen. 3rd down and 9, not where we want to be. Going to throw a quick throw to Kahi Kalani Inoke. He catches it, but it's not nearly enough there on 3rd down. And we're going to punt after a pretty unsuccessful first drive, first possession. That's okay. It's getting our feet wet a little bit, you know. Dipping in and, oh my God, that's a touchback. Unreal. All right, we wanted to see what San Jose State can do. It looks like they're going to play pretty fast today. We're going to have to adjust accordingly. Over the middle. Oh my goodness. That type of thing just shouldn't work. When you throw a dig late. Linwood Tapley's coverage was just not quite good enough, obviously. We couldn't get over with Bird. The pass likely would have been caught anyway, even if we were able to deliver a hit stick. But obviously, you know, you like to get that hit stick in there. Maybe a force a drop. Never really were going to be in play for an interception, as that's wide open. I mean, this quarterback doesn't seem to have much of an arm on him, unless he's just a touch pass machine. But Carlos Brown's starting out pretty nice for San Jose State. I don't know how much they're going to run the football today. This might be the first one. San Jose State's driving. We got to do something to disrupt this momentum. It's going to be a draw play, and we just don't have the players to defend against a lot of these runs. But we've seen it against other teams already this year, especially last year. We just don't have the players right now. Block shedding not high enough. Players not big enough, even. Our defensive line's not big enough to hold blocks. It's certainly been a problem. And, you know, we're in the way of Ryan Webb there, but he bowls over somebody, picks up an extra yard, and even if it's only extra yard, you know what? It's not good for morale. We got to not get bowled over by a running back wearing number 41. Get out there, McBride. Good speed, good tackle. The 5'9" middle linebacker making a nice play there. It'll be 3rd and 1. It's going to be a pass. Down goes Brown. Football came loose. And it's recovered for the moment by Riverside. Was he actually up when that ball came loose? I'm not sure that he was. That was Bird up on the blitz. The money backer type hybrid safety and linebacker plays some slot corner for us as well. And I'm pretty sure this one's going to be reversed. That's why I wasn't too excited for it. Just you could tell he was probably down. And I'm not saying it's definitive, but I think, yeah, the elbow probably comes down before that ball starts coming loose. It's close, but I bet this is going to be reversed. And it is. So San Jose State's going to try a field goal here. Try and give the Spartans an early lead, and that's exactly what happens. That just snuck in, actually. It was very, very close to being a miss. And we know, what do college kickers do? Miss. However, this one just snuck in. We'll get the football back. We're aware of how fast they're going to be playing now. I'm not sure exactly how we counter that yet, and Wesley Price needs to get out of the way, dude. Like, on the opening kickoff as well, he got in the way. I don't know why he's trying to stand right next to Mario Gardner. And, of course, we're going to get another penalty here. Flipping is going to set us back even more. It's Derek Lawson, the backup safety. We can't make these mistakes. Draw could catch them off guard here, though. Nope. Block was shed very well. I mean, is this not the best 76 overall team I've ever seen? They seem tough. Check down. There's Belcher. Makes somebody miss. Belcher's still on his feet. Finally a first down for this offense. 16-yard pickup. Linebacker just got lost. I don't know if he had zone eyes and man coverage. That's what it looked like. Or if he just tried to match that route. Either way, it was too late, and we're able to get it to him, Daniel Belcher, and he's able to make a nice play down the field. I want to streak Inoke here. White corner means we should throw the football, probably. I don't like our options, so can we lob this? Nearly disastrous. That's where precision passing of Madden 24 would come in clutch, if I could ever be good at that. But I like the idea. I got to remember I can't do that. Laser. There's Mario Gardner. Love that. Great route over the middle. Just a simple in-breaking route. Geary throws a dart on the money. And our return man getting more involved in the passing game here lately. Had a catch or two last week. And that safety's creeping up. I just don't love running the ball against this front so far. We've already seen them make too many big plays. 2nd and 3, Geary on the move. Geary with space, and this is what Garrett Geary can do. 24 yards for the true freshman quarterback from Massachusetts. Showing off his wheels. Sneaky athletic guy. I mean, listen, he came into the program. First guy in, last guy out. You know, bring your lunch to work type of guy. And he's a sneaky good athlete. Showing it off there. Some vanilla Vic to his game. Without question. Here's 1st and 10. We're faking the run more than we're actually running because the run's not really working. And the play action pass is working really well. 20-yard pickup for John Smith as we continue to rotate receivers in. Nobody really picked him up. Wide open, and then it's just poor tackling after the catch to basically give us an easy touchdown here. Ball on the 2-yard line. If we can't punch this in, we are a sorry team, which, to be fair, we are. Oh, man, we're not going to get in. I totally jinxed it. But I also don't believe in that because we're fine. Geary takes it again. Tackled for no gain. This Spartan run D is incredible. Unless it's a quarterback scramble, but any designed run, I know it's been read option mostly so far. They've been really good at stopping that. Let's try it with this. Let's get Ewing out to play the slot corner. In this case, it's actually an overhang linebacker. Running the ball up the middle. Belcher gets in. Finally able to find the end zone. He actually take the lead here. Running the ball has just not been super effective so far. And I know it's not just read options. There have been some runs that I haven't shown that haven't been good either. It's been certainly tough. Been more successful throwing the football. I'm not sure if that's going to continue for us. I'd really like to get Daniel Belcher going. He's probably the best offensive player on this team. And I can say that already as a true freshman in his 3rd game. But probably the best offensive player we have. Need to get him the football. Need to get him out in space where he's able to make guys miss. But that's a good enough drive. We got the lead, 7-3. See what our defense can do. Oh my God. Oh my God. This running back is absolutely insane. He's Mike Allstott. That's unbelievable. Ryan Webb just bitched my team. There's no other word for it. I got to throw that out there. Boom. Get off me. Bang. In the hole. Choke slam. What is this, WWE? And then it's like a 70 or 80-yard sprint to the end zone. Great camera angle there behind the trees. I don't know. What do we do? We had 2 guys in the way to stop him, and they did not stop him. Monster play for the Spartans, and San Jose State's going to take the lead once again. Maybe a little counter run here. It's not fooling them at all. They break down and crash so quickly. I mean, 4 rushes for -1 yard and a touchdown. It's just been TFL after TFL for the Spartan defense. Don't love my options here. Just got to throw it away. And we got Gordon into the game. Throwing the ball. They're just ready for anything underneath. And, I mean, anything on the ground. This is going to be a very tough team to stop. Get past him. That's a great bounce. Great bounce. He actually might try and return this. Momentum takes him back a little bit. Burnett big hit, and they're inside the 20. We're going to have to try to stretch the field. I know. Shocking that I want to throw the ball deep. My entire game plan, even though we don't have the personnel for it. We're going to have to try and use the speed of Kahi Inoke. And Justin Lingard, get him the football. More of a technician, more of a route runner than anybody else we have. I mean, Inoke has good route running, actually, as well. But I think of him as a height, weight, speed, deep freak. And, yeah, we need to figure out a way to get him the ball. Height, weight, speed freak, deep threat, I should say. Deep freak sounds like this is the wrong website. This is YouTube. I got to keep this more family-friendly. 3rd and 3. Johnson in motion. And we're trying to cover underneath here. And the quarterback is just dog shit, I guess. I mean, wow. Wildly bad throw. I think he had an open man or two. Decides to throw the ball into the grass about 20 yards down the field. And we get the football back. Punting at this spot of the field, by the way, is bitch made. I just don't get why you'd punt for, what, like 20 yards of field position? Maybe because they know our offense is terrible. How does Geary miss that throw? Oh, this guy stinks. I know we have to develop him, and we don't have a better option, by the way. It's him. He's just got to start being more accurate with the football. That's a good throw. And look at Belcher fighting for extra yards. Picks up 8 in the end. 3rd and 2. I still don't feel comfortable running the ball. They're just too good at stopping it. But somebody's going to get open here, I hope. Get on the run, Geary. We're going to pick this up. And that might be the method today. Just get out on the move. And if they're not going to put a spy out there, we are going to make them pay. And if they do put a spy out there, then we could take advantage of that in the passing game. That's my goal anyway. That was not who I wanted to throw to. The running back was triangle in that play. And the slot receiver was R1. I hate how that changes. I'm just used to the running back being R1, especially on those screens. So I didn't even really look at the button. I was trying to throw a quick swing screen, and it did not work. There's Lingard, the freshman, and Lingard's down the field! Justin Lingard for 29. Had a big catch down the field last week. This time just working underneath, or a little bit, and then turns up field for extra yardage. Yeah, gotta find ways to get him the ball more. But, yeah, we're struggling a little bit here. Still figuring it out. Figuring out which is going to be the best way to move the football here. Geary on the move. Geary ended up going to take off here. It's not pretty, but it's doing the job. And was Geary hurt on that play? He certainly was. Williamson checks into the game. Try a little end around here. Oh, we got blocks a little bit. We just don't have the speed. Bruised ribs for Geary. He might be back here in a minute. This looks like they're entirely ready for the read option. It looks like they have 15 defenders on the field. How is that possible? I mean, the middle of the field's wide open, but they're pressing. I really don't feel like we have a ton of space here. Is read option going to work? Nope, not even a little bit. They're all over it. How do they take away everything? We'll keep Williamson in the game for now. Oh, they want us to go for it here? 4th and 5. Do we have no chance to drill a field goal? A 38-yarder. We're going to put the punter back in. He's our long-range field goal specialist. See what you can do. Now, the problem with putting the punter at kicker is his accuracy's not great, but he does have the bigger leg. See if he can drill from 38. That's actually right down the middle. Great kick to tie it up. We needed that one pretty bad, but that is, you know, maybe good from 44. Is that our max possible range? It's better than it was last year. We could barely even make an extra point. But knowing we can hit from 38 is big. 4.5 minutes to play. They love motioning that tight end over. But they do anything with it. Over the middle. It's Rob Webb. How many Webbs do they have on this team? You got a receiver named Webb. Their running back is named Webb. I might go out on a limb and say I don't think they're related. Could be wrong on that. Here's a run up the middle. And there's the other web. He's not still on his feet. What are we doing? We're going to bring Miles Horst into the game. He's got good finesse moves. He's definitely faster than some of the linebackers we have. Definitely bigger and blocked right out of the way. Big hit from Wesley Price. But I don't know how we slow down San Jose State right now. We're basically just hoping that they pass the ball and make a mistake. Because when they run the ball, it seems to work out very well for them. Our best chance of stopping them is really committing to stopping the run on first down, getting a TFL, and then forcing them to be one-dimensional, trying to stretch the field. That seems to be the best way to go about things, but that's easier said than done. Here's a chance to do it. They're actually going to pass, which is unfortunate, but it's a throwaway, which works to our advantage. 2nd and 10. Here's a run. Make a stop. Let's go. Big tackle. Oh, I love to see it. Kevin McBride, again, only 5'9", about maybe 225, 230 pounds at middle linebacker. Not an NFL prospect, but a decent enough college player for us. Here's a run up the middle, and that should be shut down. Brian McNamara comes in and loses 4. Our defense just really stepped up on that drive after it was looking ugly to start. Just running into a wall there. Lamar Simmons knocked him back first. Is not going to get credited with anything, but he made that play happen. Lamar Simmons probably continues to be our best defensive lineman. He is a stat sheet stuffer, and as you can see there, even when he's not making plays, they're going to show up in the stat sheet. He still helps us out. Forces the punt. We'll get the ball at the 20, and we'll try to make this the final drive of the first half. If we can go into the half with the lead, we know the Spartans get the football back, so we don't want to give them any type of advantage. Geary under pressure, sacked. Got to get rid of it. Get it to Inoke. Use that size, and it's intercepted off the tip. Randall with the interception. We went down the field for Inoke, and his hands are not great. He basically volleyball sets it into the air, and it's scooped off the ground. And I can promise you, throwing the challenge flag does nothing in that spot. That would not be overturned. He definitely caught that, according to NCAA 14. That is a really bad time for a turnover. Not that there's ever really a good time for one. Maybe an arm punt, but that's brutal. And it all started because we got sacked on first down. Got to avoid those. Here's a run. I mean, he probably had a touchdown there, but it was bad. That was some Trent Richardson level vision. 1st and goal, run to the right. We got too many guys there to allow that to go anywhere. She's gonna pass, and it's an immediate throwaway. Bizarre. And it's gonna end up being 3rd and goal. I think we can blitz here and pass commit. And we're gonna need to cover a lot of ground with Chung. Got cut down on the run and intercepted! First interception, I think, in the career for senior corner Mike Taylor. He's one of our highest rated players on defense and makes a massive play as it's back-to-back turnovers for each of these offenses. Mike Taylor doesn't make too many plays. Bad player, really, but makes a big-time play there. And let's get Geary on the run again. There goes Geary, little dive. He stopped, don't be hurt. Geary on the move again. Belcher's up the field. Do we think we can get it to him? We're launching it, and it's caught by Daniel Belcher. 31 yards. We're going to call a timeout. Of course, clock would have stopped momentarily. Want to get that stamina up. Can't bring him into the second half with you anyway. Might as well call it there, get a breather, get a new play. Poor Verts is aggressive here. Got a man open. I mean, that DB took away a lot. Ryan Randall's a good player, huh? 2nd and 10. Throwaway. Sean Williamson back in the game. Good stuff. It's a strained forearm for Garrett Geary. And he's struggling to stay on the field so far. That's a big thing I've noticed with this dynasty. Is Garrett Geary's experienced some injuries. Belcher, though, barely picking up the first down. We'll call our penultimate timeout. And we're going to put Geary back in the game. We have 18 seconds. We need Geary to make a play. That's it. Make a throw. Do something for us. We keep getting him on the run. And we're going to throw it away. And we wasted a ton of time to do nothing. But I just didn't feel confident lobbing it into the end zone there. 2nd and 10. If we just guarantee a field goal. Laser to Inoke. They're going to call that a first down. We're going to actually hurry up in this spot. And this is likely our final play. And then we'll call a timeout if it doesn't go well. Quick throw to Gordon. Step out of bounds with 1 second to go. We're just going to take the field goal. That's a fine result. Jimmy Gordon, the commissioner, as he's been named in the comments. James Gordon. Jim Gordon from Batman. The Batman. I love Batman. I think, for my money, I put Batman Begins up there with any first movie in any trilogy ever. Dark Knight, great second movie. Dark Knight Rises. Hey, we're at Heinz Field. Or Acrisure now, I think it's called, for the Steelers. That was cool. Got a Big Ben cameo. He's a guy people know. And that was the first half. 13-10. I'd like to play better in the second half. I'd like for our starting quarterback to stay on the field. That sure would be swell. Like, toughen up. Okay, San Jose State starts with the football. Laser beam over the middle. I mean, this quarterback, I thought he didn't have much of an arm. That was a bullet. Not even awful coverage, just enough space for the receiver and an awesome throw from the quarterback. Don't really know what we do there. And these running backs are so elusive, can cut on a dime. That's why it can be extremely difficult to tackle in this game. These runners oftentimes are just so agile. And not necessarily on that play. It's still obviously a great play for San Jose State. The running back's averaging over 10 yards per carry. But he was really just on a straight line there before breaking a tackle. But when they're able to just bob and weave in the open field like it's nothing, it's incredibly difficult to do anything. 2nd and 3, they're going to pass. And they're going to throw to a wide open Rob Webb. Mike Taylor had the interception and gave himself the rest of the day off, I guess. Because I don't know where he is on that play. So far out of the picture. 1st and goal. San Jose State looking to retake the lead. They're being very hesitant to snap this ball. And maybe for good reason. Ryan Webb is stopped short of the goal line. Ends up getting a couple yards, though. That is about as close to being a touchdown as it could possibly be without being in. We're going to run commit up the middle. Wesley Price, I need you to make a play. Oh, my goodness. Or the whole rest of the team. McNamara loses a yard. Great work in there. Kevin McBride credited with the TFL. And that's, one of the main benefits of having a super undersized middle linebacker is you're able to shoot some of those gaps that otherwise bigger players might not be able to fit into. And here is 3rd and goal. This could still be a run. Very well could be. It's read option. No one read it. And that is a touchdown. It looked like we were going to make a goal line stand for a second there. And then completely fell apart. Love how they're activating and keeping up to date the scoreboard here. Great work. Yeah, the score was definitely 55-55 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the 5th quarter. I mean, the scoreboard only had 5s on it. And now it looks like there's 7s, 6s. What is going on with the scoreboard? I mean, look at it. I don't know. Weird. But that doesn't concern us. Put some points on the board. Focus on that. And get right back in this game. I mean, obviously in a fine position here, but can't afford to go down and stay down. Got to score for sure. Back to the run. It has not been an effective way to move the ball today. We've only given it to him 5 times. Still has yet to get back to 0 yards. Just, it's incredibly sad. Gonna put him back out as a receiver. I like the idea of streaking Inoke. He gives us an option at least if he burns down the field. But there's been safety help each of these times. I like the tight end there. Clarence Johnson gets a 7. And yeah, I do like a run here. But is a power run stupid? Let's flip it. Got 13 personnel in. Actually, even Ashley into the backfield as a fullback. Didn't even see him. See if he can lead the way. That's enough. That does enough. Fresh set of downs. And we're sacked. Nobody looked open. That's tough. Geary on the move. Oh, broken tackle. We got a block. Geary, just dive out of bounds. Just get 7 and don't die. 3rd and 12. Who wants to make a play? Underneath to Jones. Nice catch. Threw it right underneath the DB who's caused us problems today. Awesome throw from Geary. Great job to work back underneath to the ball. And Ryan Randall with another tackle, but doesn't get the pass deflection. Doesn't get the interception, obviously. And that is a much-needed first down. No Belcher. It's going to be Gordon in the game. Try a screen to him. He might have just enough speed here. No, he doesn't. They're all over these plays. I mean, the screen, whether it's a receiver screen, a slip screen to the running back, it is a lot of our offense. And if a team shuts that down completely, we're going to struggle, and we have today. Safety creeps down. Leave somebody open? I guess it would. Needs John Smith up and out of bounds for 8. Not so bad. 3rd and 2. Let's go to the run. Might see 2 consecutive runs here. Daniel Belcher back in the game. It is not a stack box. We have to be able to run on these. And we're able to. Daniel Belcher with 6. He's up near 10 yards rushing. 7 rushes for 9 yards. Not a great stat line, admittedly. Try a screen here. See how they react to it. It's tough with the spacing. Yeah. Can't find much. We are not the Chiefs. Geary injured again. Perfect time to go back to the run. Here's Belcher. They're just so fast on the edge, man. It's crazy the plays they're able to make. Geary now with a bruised elbow. Strained forearm, bruised elbow, bruised ribs, I think. This guy's had a rough day. Gordon shut down. It's 4th and goal. I mean, our running game has been awful. Get Geary back out there. We're playing for a touchdown. Field goal to make it a 1-point game. Fine. I like the idea of scoring a touchdown here. Now, that's great and all, but it's not always possible. Lingard maybe on a slant. I like Johnson on the out. Somebody hopefully gets open. Clarence Johnson. Enough space. And a great throw from Geary. Touchdown, Riverside. We're back in front. Okay. Geary toughs it out. That's what we need to see. Come back on the field, make a throw. Point after, we'll make it a field goal game. Up by 3. A stop and a score would be excellent for us. See if we're able to do it. Wow, that's a great route. And look at the speed as well. He's a star player, but we haven't really seen him much today. Hank Carter makes his first catch. Picks up 24 yards. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been throwing him the ball. Obviously seems pretty good. 2nd and 10. Last snap of the 3rd quarter. Throw underneath and great tackling from the Royals. Way to rally to the football. Going to force up 3rd down. We got the lead going into the 4th quarter, but it's obviously extremely close. Touchdown for San Jose State gives them the lead. Field goal obviously would tie things up. 8 minutes to play. We've done about as well as we could have hoped for coming into this game. We knew this was going to be a pretty even game, pretty evenly matched, and Brown eventually just with way too much time and finds somebody. I don't know what we can do in that spot. He just had 30 minutes in the pocket. Our pass rush is so terrible. And credit to the DBs for covering as long as they did. Obviously, somebody was let go. I'm breaking the record for use of the word obviously here in the last, 30 seconds. But these things are pretty clear. Rally to the football. Make a tackle. Here's a run. Touchdown. Oh, God. wide open hole. Even if we went over those blocks with Wesley Price instead of trying to go underneath, we were blocked off. I still don't think we get to him in time. And with the momentum of the ball carrier, I still don't think we even would have come close to stopping it. Spartans take the lead. It's a real back and forth game. It's really probably going to come down to who gets the football last. It's not especially high scoring, 24-20, but we'll see. A lot of time in this game. If we could end up scoring 30 points, I think we have a decent chance to win. But I think they're going to score at least 30 or 31. Do we have enough time to even score 2 more times? I don't know. See how we want to play this. Geary under pressure, breaking a sack, breaking another sack, and got the throwaway off. Incredible. Incredible to even get 0 on that play. I can't even believe that. Their pass rush right now is ferocious. Don't really have much of an answer for it, other than a quick throw to take it away. John Smith gets 14. He's having a nice game so far as well. 3 catches for 42 yards. And also, you know, it's funny, I mentioned no turnovers yet this season. Geary, of course, with that interception earlier, first one of the year. Check down to Belcher. Nice moves from Daniel Belcher. 3rd and 10. I'd love for my best receivers to stop coming off the field. I looked in formation subs. It doesn't even let me make a change. It's extremely strange. Don't really know what I can do about it, and that's not the button I meant to press. Triangle is wide open. How do I always do this? Brutal time for a pick. I was fully content to just check down and get the yards. I did not mean to throw to the curl. I really wasn't even looking at this. Some of you won't believe me. I'm just bad. I'm just bad. I wanted to hit triangle, and I just hit square. I don't know. 2 interceptions now for Garrett Geary. That's a bad one. That one you really just can't have happen. We're going to pass the ball, which is interesting. Alex Teray with, I think, decent closing speed. The freshman still allows the catch. Wide open. We pressed him, and then we were in, a coverage that had him playing in the flat. So, not really on the corner, but clearly a wide open receiver. Don't want that ever. And it's just not looking good. But plenty of time left. We can't act like it's game over. Make a stop, hold them to 3. Still very much in this. Even if we don't, there's still enough time, maybe a quick score, and we can make something happen. Slant wide open. Football came out! Wesley Price got it on the ground, and it's recovered by Lamar Simmons. The big man's rumbling down the field, and I think that football might have actually come out. Unlike the one earlier, I think this one was actually a fumble. I think that's moving. Wesley Price with the big hit. Tell me that football came out without him going to the ground. Tell me that's actually a fumble. No review. Fumble stands. Wesley Price maybe with the play of the game. 2nd and 6. 4 minutes to play. Open underneath is the tight end, Clarence Johnson. Right now, it's about a time of possession game. That's the game we're playing. Make this the final drive. Don't let San Jose State touch the football again. Easy as that. Easier said than done, but look at Belcher getting just enough. That looked doomed from the start, but he made it happen. I mean, are my players just fatigued? I think it's got to be that, right? Because Belcher is taking a lot of snaps off, and Noka and Lingard just basically don't even play. They come in every so often. It's a lot of backups. It's like I'm playing the new Madden, dude. What is happening? Nice play underneath to John Smith, though. Only 6 on that? Looks like a lot more. Robert Concepcion has 3 TFLs. We lose 3 on the run. I have no idea how to run the ball up the middle on these guys. Good throw to Holmes. Get some of it back. He's trying to take more time off the clock. That's it. We're going to snap this ball with about a minute and 30 seconds remaining. Our best receivers, of course, not in the game. Change these to curls. Hopefully that's not a conflicting set of routes. Although maybe it is. We'll put Wayne on a slant. Or maybe we'll even get him to carry that slot corner vertically. Johnson on the slant. There we go. Earl open. Gardner with the catch. Broken tackle. Mario Gardner gets 19 on a gotta have it third down. That could really help us win the game. 1 minute and 19 seconds now to get 5 yards. No Belcher. Best receiver still sidelined. This is incredible. And I really don't want to give San Jose State any time to come back. We know how quick these offenses can score on us. But they're going to have 53 seconds to work with. Jimmy Gordon powers into the end zone. Yeah, can you really say don't take the touchdown in that spot? It's tough because we know how good this run D has been. Were they letting us in there? Yeah, I guess it's possible, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough spot. Go up by a field goal, but they have so much time. 53 seconds in college football, especially with these old rules, it might as well be 5 NFL minutes. They have so many plays. They have 3 timeouts. Maybe not 5 minutes, but 2 or 2.5. Time is not a factor in this game, or not a big one at least. Because they have 3 timeouts, first down, stop the clock, and we've seen how quickly they can move the ball. This is a truly scary situation. Good enough coverage, though. 2nd and 4, play action. We know not to bite. Throw over the middle, caught by Smith, and the Spartans are already at midfield. They've called their 2nd timeout. 40 seconds has nearly put them in a field goal range, or they're in field goal range nearly with 40 seconds to go. It's a tough spot. We knew it was going to be really tough to defend these guys. This is certainly field goal range now. Let's see if they spike the ball. They don't. I don't know why I thought that might have been a spike. They're all over that. Still 1 timeout remaining. I think we just play for overtime at this point. This is a spike. They have a timeout. They're acting like they don't have a timeout. We're going to try a field goal here with 6 seconds. What do college kickers do? Please miss. Please miss. If he misses it, we win. Kick up. Hooking right off the post, and he called bank, and it's in. Off the upright and in. Unbelievable. 27-27. We are headed to overtime. I mean, when you see 2 evenly matched teams, this is kind of never what you expect, but you're not exactly surprised. 27 all. San Jose State starts with the football at the 25-yard line. College overtime rules of this time. So we will get a chance to answer, obviously. And they're going to score a touchdown on the first play of the game. We did a really good job of getting out of the way of that. And we're going to need a touchdown. So we also obviously start from the 25. The only question is going to be, if we score, do we bother attempting a 2-point conversion early to try to win? My receivers just refuse to play, and formation subs is just broken. If I try to get Kirby out for David Harris even, it just doesn't do it. It is so strange. I can't make a change with anybody, except for with the quarterback I can. The running back I can't. Is it, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a stamina thing, because, and maybe it is, but they're not even in right now. The backups are all slated as the starters in those specific formations, and every formation. I cannot get my best players on the field. It is extremely frustrating. We're expected to win this game with almost entirely backups. Gordon up the middle, good blocks. Good way to fight for extra yards as well. 1st and goal. Open underneath, Gordon. That does enough. Everybody's favorite play action boot on the goal line. Yeah, it's terrible. We're giving the ball to Tyler Ashley. Fullback dive. He's shut down. You know what would be awesome right now? My starting players. 4th and goal. Gotta have it. I mean, we're nearly sacked by our own fucking offensive lineman. What are you doing, 70? I know he's coming back to block those other guys on the other side. Not your job. Let the quarterback move. Moron. Play of the game is a fucking magic act. Is this David Blaine? What am I watching? The ball is just floating down the field. I don't know how we're supposed to win in those spots, in those conditions. My backups are all in the game. They played most of the game. Where are my starters? I'll never know. Geary, yeah, not great today. Kept getting injured. Offensive line sucked. We could not run the ball. 10 attempts for 12 yards for Daniel Belcher, a long of 6. Oh, annoying. We did get him the football a lot in the passing game. But was he really too tired to play? I really can't believe that. 3 catches for 14 yards for Inoke. He doesn't play. Lingard had 1 catch. He's done for the day. But it's just infuriating. What is the point of recruiting good players, or good, I might be using a little bit loosely here, but better players than what we had previously, if they are not on the field? That was just an infuriating game. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Just infuriating. I don't know why my players kept coming off the field. I think I've made that pretty clear. I don't know why formation subs wouldn't let me change anybody. I don't know why Justin Lingard is listed twice on here. There's only 1 receiver. Maybe something was broken. I mean, 1 receiver wasn't even on the field in that play. It's incredibly strange. All right, maybe that'll fix it. Just resetting it. But that was an agonizing loss. We'll go at Nevada, week 6. Look to bounce back. We dropped to 1-2 in a game that we absolutely could have won. I knew they were going to score in that final drive in the 4th quarter. Overtime defense was atrocious. They took 1 play, and that's all they needed, and it's just so tough to tackle in the open field sometimes. If I let the CPU do it, they're not going to make the play. If I do it, it's extremely difficult. They're not going to make the play when it's me. And we're losing some recruits to San Jose State and to be determined. Others are ready to visit. We'll get on that. But yeah, infuriating game. That's all I can say. We're going to bounce back next week, hopefully, against the Wolfpack. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.